Sonar 2015, and I have to say this is one of my favourite festivals in the whole wide world, not only because of the venue but some of the artists. I'm really lucky enough to be sitting here with Black Coffee. How are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Really, really good. You just said that you've just been jumped off a flight and you've landed here just a couple of hours ago. What do you think of Sonar?
Sonar is really amazing. You know, it's one of the best curated festivals in the world, according to me. You know, I've been here before. I think I was here 2004. I was invited by Red Bull to play in the Sonar by Day on their stage. It was still smaller then. I mean, I just saw it now. It's big. So this is my second time, and it's an amazing place to be, man. The vibe in the day, it gets better in the night. You know, it's really, really nice.
It's a really nice balance as well. For any of you guys watching, Sonar by night, it's like nothing else. It's in a massive big aircraft hangar, and as you walk in, there's just this energy.
Yep.
There's like this vibe.
Yeah, that's what happened. When I was here, I played during the day, and then I went to just see. And I think at the time, in one of the stages, there was Fatboy Slim performing, and till today, I will not forget. You know, like the energy that was on that stage. You know, so I've been like, I want to come back. You know, play at night as well, and this is it. You know, I'm very honored, you know, and excited to be here.
And you've been traveling a lot. You go all over the world. What's been one of your standout gigs recently? One of your favourite places that you've played?
Ooh, that's a tough one. The most recent though is DC10, the Secco Loco party. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Hey, before that I was in Italy, in Napoli. I mean, that was amazing. It's not fair, you know, to choose one. Before then, I was in London. Did XOYO.
Great venue.
Oh, the people, you know. And after that, I did Toronto, The Nest. I've been on the road for a while, and all the shows were special, you know. But the most recent is Secco Loco, GC10.
And how do you deal with being on the road? How do you keep balance in your life?
I don't even try, you know. I don't think there's a formula, especially when you go from country to country and the time is different. You know, I'm from New York now, so I left at 10 at night and I slept on the flight, meaning I'm still on the New York time. And I'm going to be playing here at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know. So already I need to deal with that, you know, and before I get used to it, I'm going to fly back to New York again on Tuesday, you know. I don't think there's a formula. I think one thing that one can do is just to try and rest as much as possible. I'm fortunate enough not to drink or smoke or, you know, take any kind of substances. I'm always sober, and I go in, I play, I go back to the hotel, you know. But I think the best thing one can do is to rest as much as possible.
Because it must be quite tricky, because obviously nowadays with the internet, it means that producers, DJs and artists are recognised all over the world. So you have a fan base globally. So there's almost a demand for you to play all over the place. Do you ever get tired? Do you ever think, I just need a break?
Of course, but I say this all the time, you know, I didn't choose music, you know, I believe it chose me, and it would be very unfair for me to complain, you know, especially because it's a blessing to be, I don't even want to call it working, you know, but to be working, doing what I love. You know, not everyone has that opportunity to be doing what they love every day, you know. I don't feel like it's work, you know, I just fly, meet the most amazing people, fly out, meet another bunch of people, fly out. You know, it's the most amazing job in the world. I cannot be in a position where I complain about it, you know. But it does get tiring at times, and, you know, you wish you can just sleep 1 or 2 more hours and miss the flight, you know.
So when you say that music chose you, why do you think that was?
Growing up, I've always wanted to be in music. I wanted to do something with music. I could not sing, I could not play an instrument. You know, it just never made sense. My obsession with it, you know. And my grandmother would ask me, but yes, you love music, but what is the plan? What are you going to do with it? You know? I had no plan. I just knew that I want to be involved in any space where music was. You know, in that sense, it chose me because it was at a point where I didn't even know anything about it. You know, till today I'm still learning, but the love for it came from such an age where I didn't even have to choose it. I was too young to choose it, but it was always there constantly, to a point where I chose it as well, you know.
And how important do you think music is in creating change in the world?
I think it's the most powerful tool. I think it's the answer. I think if it's channeled well and it's communicated right, you know, it can really, really, really help the world. And I think if more artists understood that and understood the power they have, because they are idolized by millions of people, you know, and when you have such power, you know, the best you can do is to also use that power positively, you know. Yes, you can rock a party with 50, 70, 100,000 people. What else can you do? You know, what else? Who else can you influence to better their lives? You know, what else can you do to make the world a better place? Because I feel it's our responsibility, all of us, those who don't have fans and those who do have fans, that listen to them. You know, I think it is the most powerful tool in the world.
And where do you think it comes from?
Well, music.
Yeah.
Music is, yes, now it's created with computers, but it's much more deeper than that. I reckon it is part of nature. It is something that we were given to communicate with our souls more than anything else. You know, and over time we can tweak knobs and, you know, but I think music is a very spiritual thing. Even if we didn't have computers to make music, we would still have it in any form or the other.
And as you're standing on stage and you're touching all of those people that are listening to your music, what's been one of the most incredible things that you've seen?
Oh, I've seen a lot of things, man. I've met people after gigs. You know, I once did this 60-hour set.
60?
Yes, ma'am. in Joburg and in Soweto, to be precise. And I've met people who were there for that weekend who now, I met a couple, they have kids, you know, they met there. You know, they didn't know each other, they came to the show, and, you know, I've met them. This was in 2010, you know, 5 years later, they are a family, you know. Your music brought us together, you know. Even recently, when I was in Napoli, I met a couple who said, we met on the dance floor dancing to your song, Superman, and we started just vibing to the song together, and now we're a couple. I've met so many of those people. I've met people who have the music, not even in the gigs, in their personal space, you know, had the music motivating them so much, you know, and they'll come back to me and say, listen, you know, I was going through a rough patch and I was listening to your music and it did this, you know. When it comes to that, I don't think it's even me, you know. Like I said, music is such a supernatural thing. It is the music communicating. My job there is done. By the time it gets to people's ears and they are feeling it, it's not me at all.
Amazing. So if anyone that's watching this, that's a brand new artist, that's looking at you and going, okay, it needs to come, I want to be where you're at, what advice would you offer them?
I think in any other job, I mean, if you're really interested, you want to know who's the best in it, you know, and how they did to get there, you know. Basically it's research, and because in house or in any kind of music, excuse me, there's a lot of us, and where exactly do you want to fit, you know, and how exactly do you want to fit and be different, you know. So it's research, you know, find out more about what you want to do, you know, find out how you can also come in and be special and bring change and not just follow what everyone else is doing. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your set tonight. It's been incredible. Black Coffee at Sonar 2015. I was about to say 2014. Thank you so much. That was amazing.